What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I am back in the building. This time, honey, I am back for a recap of Married to Medicine. This is season 7, episode 12. Ain't no motherfucking music for this. I had to get right to it. Honey, I am over here getting my entire life because Damon, daddy, Heavenly's daddy, honey, is over here getting all type of lap dances. The lady didn't ask Damon, do he want to have sex? He was like, no. I'm like, she is all over daddy. I know Heavenly would choke that bitch. Okay, call 1-800-choke that hoe. Okay, she would hand it to that bitch. Okay, she all on daddy's lap, bouncing her ass. Curtis, I know I didn't see with my good eyes you touching on anybody. You should not have been able to participate because you've already did these things inside of your relationship with Jackie. You should have just watched from afar, okay? Okay, you guys, this episode will be all over the place. Y'all know I'm doing that. I'm starting the damn week out with my recaps all over the damn place because I gotta get to the tea. I don't like talking about this shit over here. I want to get to the main attraction of what took place on this episode, and that was Damon getting that lap dance. Now, Cecil, I believe he told Simone, the next day after they had all went to the strip club, he was just like, I don't know what it is about daddy. Damon, he is just a magnet for these women. You know what I really recognize with Damon is the type of guy, you guys, that I would date. And I know a lot of people don't think that, he's that attractive, this, that, and the third. I don't give a fuck. He's the type of man that I would date in terms of his character. When I date a man, I'm dating you for your character, not just your money. A lot of people be thinking, oh, if I got all this money, I'm going to treat you any kind of fucking way. You just go be another bitch out here. A lot of these men, they are very much so like that. So it's very nice and refreshing to see a man like Damon that got coin, but still knows how to treat his wife good. The women was all over him at the strip club. He getting a little payback because Heavenly was picked up from a man. But see, the whole thing with the whole Heavenly situation is she was picked up by a guy at the Sipping Paint, but it's not like she asked that guy to pick her up. So we have to keep that in mind. But I wasn't mad at daddy. I wasn't mad on that girl grinding all over daddy, okay? Because daddy is a magnet. He's a good guy. We women, we can smell out a good guy, okay? Contessa sends Heavenly a message letting her know that daddy, was at a strip club with the guys. And honey, baby, Heavenly was not here for the shit at all. Okay, she didn't want to hear that shit. She immediately confronted daddy. Damon, daddy, you in trouble. She asked him, oh, so you was at some strip club? Was the women totally naked? No, they wasn't totally naked. They showed the women. They was damn near naked, Damon. Okay? So daddy, Damon, honey, he did the old Jedi mind trick on Heavenly. He said, buddy, now hold up now, at Toya's Sipping Paint, you saw them naked men walking around. It's not like you got up and left. Now that is a good point, Heavenly. How you go explain that, girl? Because they showed the clip of you trying to see what that young man was working with, girl. Okay, I'm trying to have your back. But I'm sorry, you guys. This shit is just too funny between them. They are so funny with each other. Heavenly was mad at daddy, honey. She stormed away. Anyways, next we got Simone, Jackie, and Heavenly. They all are together gathering up toothbrushes, toothpaste. They're going to do their whole medical mission trip. I really like that about them, you guys, that they are giving back to the community and, they're always looking to, help people out. I feel like that's really cool because you got to think, this is their couples trip. They could just make it all about them, but, they're going to give back. And I love that about this group. So it's just so funny that Heavenly and Jackie and Simone, they end up talking about how all the men went to the strip club. Clearly, Heavenly is bothered. She really doesn't want to talk about it. Jackie was just like, well, my man went too. And Heavenly was like, well, what time did he get back? Jackie was like 2 a.m. And Simone pretty much agreed that's when Cecil got in. They're just trying to figure out not Heavenly, Jackie and Simone, why is it such a big deal, with Heavenly's man going to a strip club. All the guys went, and Simone even mentioned in her confessional, well, Heavenly, maybe your marriage isn't as perfect as you like to let on, that it is. I don't feel like that has nothing to do with nothing. I feel like they do have one of the best marriages on this show. In terms of, I feel like Heavenly, I don't know, I get the feeling from her that it's just like, I love my man. I really admire him. I admire, like what I was telling you guys, she admires his character. His character is very admirable. He's a really good, solid dude. He's not like some of the other husbands on this show that is selfish and that do whatever the fuck they want to do, and they don't really care about their wife's feelings and, this, that, and the third. Damon is a solid guy. And so I think that at Heavenly's core, I don't know, she doesn't want to lose him. I don't see him ever leaving her for anybody. But yeah, the producers was asking her in the confessional, well, why you don't want to talk about it and what's going on? She's Heavenly just, she went off on him and was just like, I don't want to keep talking about it, goddammit. Shit, I already gave you what you want. Let's move on, And she was just like, I don't want no whole ass bitch around my man. I don't even like another man. I don't even like another woman looking at my man. Heavenly, you go kind of have to let go of some of that, because as long as we all are alive, people are going to be looking at your man. So, there's no reason for you to be insecure. You're attractive enough woman. Damon is with you. Y'all got love with y'all. Y'all got 3 kids. He ain't gonna put all of that on the line just from having a little fun at the strip club. It's not that serious, okay? And you ain't got to mention, people that go to strip clubs needing condoms, because everybody don't go for that. The girl did ask now, did he want sex? But he turned her down, okay? Because daddy knows how to say no. So next we got Cecil and all the guys. They all are having drinks, having cigars. They're ready to relax, get away from their yelling, screaming ass wives. I know, especially you, Cecil, all that yelling that damn Simone do. I know you happy to have a break, but it was really nice seeing all the guys enjoying, jokes together. And I just like when all the men come together. They end up talking about threesomes, and they all end up saying, that they wouldn't have a threesome. I think they did like confessionals with their wives. And of course, these men only said that because their wives was right next to them. I know how some of y'all would really think, okay? Cecil also lets the guys know, he's going to be taking them out to a strip club because they got to get revenge on the women from the whole sipping paint situation. I thought that it was really cool that Cecil had already told Simone that they were going to be going to a strip club, so that was cool. That's right, Cecil, cover your ass because you almost got terminated from your relationship, honey, okay? And I know you don't want to go back to that. Simone and the women, they all come together to do some things for Quad. They pretty much want to honor her, because she is single, and their little event is called Living Single. And, it's just to pay homage to Quad. She then, went through this divorce with Dr. G, and she really made it out of that situation. It was a very negative, toxic relationship. Heavenly mentioned to Quad, she's so proud of her. What the hell was up with that damn crown that they gave Quad? And of course, in true Quad fashion, honey, it was not good enough for her. She had to pick and prod at it before she put it on her damn head. But yeah, I'm proud of Quad as well, because I feel like Heavenly said, a lot of women that are married, they really get their validation from being somebody's wife. They don't really get validation from being in a healthy relationship. And it is nice that Quad got out of that situation and is really out here making it on her own. She's getting that bag from Sister Circle, getting that bag from this show. And, you know, she got her cookbooks and she got that beautiful home that she's in now. She got a nice car. So Quad is coming up, honey. Okay? That damn Mariah said, if this is living single, then I would be Queen Latifah. No. Queen Latifah was never off of living single. You have been off of episodes of this show, okay? Because they did not need or want you around at certain points. So, no ma'am. It was funny, though, when Mariah said that Quad reminds her of Pearl from 227. I said, Mariah, bitch, you ain't shit. I can tell that Mariah and Toya feel uneasy. However, they did go along with this whole thing for Quad, you know, them honoring her. But I could tell those two had a problem with it because Simone had been talking about, you know, Quad and all her issues with her, you know, so far this season. So now I think Mariah and Toya is kind of looking at her sideways, like, what's with the change? And I'm all for the change. I love what Simone is doing for Quad. I love how she's deciding to just try to have her back and show her some love, because that's what's really going to move y'all forward, you know. But it's not like Simone was the only one wrong in the whole situation with her and Quad, because Quad was selfish too, and Quad needs to work on some of her ways as well. So they began playing this game about who you would shag. What the fuck does that mean? I'm like, why y'all can't just keep this damn game the way it normally goes with the, what is it? Who do you want to fuck, marry, kill? That's what the real game is. And they doing this shag, marry, choke. So I think Contessa, for the most part, I think she has said she wanted to marry Will Smith. That was really big for me, you guys, because that's somebody that I would marry. Like, there is nobody else in Hollywood I would marry besides, like, a Will Smith type of man. Because to me, Will Smith, of all the men, besides President, yes, he's still my president, damn it, okay? President Barack Obama is another man, too, that would be good quality marriage material, honey. I think that Simone, she didn't say who she would have sex with. Of course, Simone is kind of dry. I'm like, damn, give us somebody you would, you would get them skins to, girl. Okay. But she talking about, well, I would hang out with Snoop. I thought that was interesting because if I ever got the chance to hang out with Snoop, I'm hanging with him. Simone talking about, oh, well, if he go to rolling up a blunt, I ain't gonna be able to do that. Girl, that's all you gonna do if you hang out with Snoop. That's all. Look, smoking weed is synonymous with Snoop. Like, what part of that don't you get? It's part of the experience of hanging out with Snoop. And that's on my bucket list. I love Snoop. Okay, he's very laid back, very cool, very chill, Let me think about who I would shag. I ain't gonna say that word. That's so stupid. What is it? Fuck, marry, kill. Well, let's not say kill. We'll do what the women did. Fuck, marry, choke. Okay, so who would I want to smash? A couple of people, honestly. Shit, I'll take Alan Payne, honey, from back in the day. Alan Payne was so fine. Y'all remember Alan Payne that was in that movie with Jada Pinkett, Jason's lyric? Oh, he's so sexy. He was giving it to Jada, honey, in that movie, honey. I could only imagine what he could do in real life. So he's somebody, Pooch Hall from the game. When he was Derwin with that nice ass body. Oh, yes, honey. I could go on and on, you guys, but we would be here all day. Okay. I said I would marry Will Smith. I would choke 50 Cent because he's annoying as fuck. He's always bullying somebody online, always bullying some type of celebrity or something. He is just a horrible man. Okay. I thought it was odd when they got to talking about who they would have threesomes with. Toya said Alicia Keys. Toya, there is nothing about Alicia Keys and you that goes together. I don't know. I'm just shocked that you would say somebody like her. Alicia that don't wear no damn makeup. Like, you really look at Alicia like that? When I think of Alicia Keys, I'm thinking about, a fireplace in my home. I'm playing her music. I may be puffing on a cigar. I may be having me a couple of shots. I don't know. I don't see how she would look at Alicia in that way. Okay. How do you not say Beyonce? Okay. How you don't say people like Lauren London or somebody? I'm just saying, make it make sense. I like what the guys were saying about the whole threesome talk. They said, in a sexual way, it sounds so amazing. Yeah, it sounds fun. But then in a practical way, that threesome shit, you guys, I feel like it's overrated. It would destroy a relationship, a marriage. Somebody's going to get jealous. Somebody's going to get overprotective of another person and try to exclude the other person out of the relationship. Like, what if you give your man a threesome and he take off with the bitch that y'all invited to y'all bedroom? I mean, the shit happens. I'm just saying, watch it on porn. See, there's certain shit you just watch on porn and then you don't never try that shit. Okay? Because it just ain't going to work out in real life. But I thought it was funny when Simone and Cecil, they was talking about it in their confessional, and Simone was like, hell, we already have threesomes with me, him, and our dog Sam. I thought that shit was funny. This season, you guys, of Married to Medicine, I mean, it's been cool, but it ain't been like all of that to me. And it has went really fast. Like, we're already about to be at the reunion. I saw some of the reunion looks, you guys. I didn't really like what anybody had on, except for like Quad. Quad, to me, she always knocks it out of the park with her hair. And her outfit that she had on really looked good on her. Toya didn't look too bad. I would nominate her second. Everybody else I can't really remember. Simone, you look the worst. Mariah, you look like Pink Panther. It just looked very like Mariah, it looked like some shit you've already wore before, honestly. It don't look exciting. Y'all outfits for the reunion need to coordinate. You got to coordinate, okay? And it just was lackluster. It was all over the place. Jackie looked like a sexy librarian again. I mean, how many times is we go see the same shit? Heavenly looked cool. I think she would probably be my third favorite, and then maybe Buffy after her. I forgot what the fuck Buffy. See, well, nobody all that damn memorable, but I know Simone, you need to look more youthful. You have a youthful figure. You need to be wearing that ponytail that you had at last reunion. You need to do ponytails, Simone. That was the best you had ever looked with that dress. Now you got on this pantsuit. You looking like you about 60 years old. Your hair was short and made your face look chunky. It was a no. Why y'all not telling this woman that these looks don't look good? Honey, y'all thought y'all was supposed to be friends. Jackie, to me, her outfit looked better than Simone's, but it was a fool, honey. It was a mess. What is up with Heavily saying that Quad smashed Common, and they was like, oh, he's sexy, he got swag. He aight. He ain't nobody. I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could sleep. He look aight. Okay? It look like he good for the movies, for some poetry. That's about it with me. Quad and Common, it's a no. I don't see it. She said he's dating somebody else. But that was kind of suspicious that Heavenly would try to put out there, that Quad and him have had relations, honey. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with having relations. Okay? And Quad, why you couldn't think of a man that you would give the skins to? Okay, what the hell going on with you? You couldn't think of nobody. You was just like, I just want a man with a big thing. It's just like, okay, that's to be expected. But who would you want to get that pipe from? Like, damn, put a name on it, sis. Shit. Okay, so Jackie finally apologized to Buffy. I'm glad she did, so some of y'all will shut the fuck up about it. I don't know, I may have the unpopular opinion, but I just feel like, number one, I think we'll get more clarity around that situation at the reunion. I know they're going to talk about it, and I would like to hear like more about that situation, because I don't think we saw everything on TV. Like Heavenly said, they edited a lot of stuff out. I still think Mariah put that battery in Buffy's back, but at the end of the day, Buffy, it wasn't just Mariah, though. It was like her sister and this other bitch that didn't really make the show. Buffy, you a grown woman. So regardless of whatever the fuck they told you, you didn't have to like roll with it and think that Jackie was being malicious and all this shit. It just, to me, it wasn't that big of a deal. She was wrong. She shouldn't have shared it, but I just feel like you could have addressed her, I don't know, alone or in private the way you did on this episode. But Jackie took accountability and was just like, sometimes, I'd be wanting people to look at stuff the way that I look at it, and I'm not right for doing that. And that's good, Jackie, because that is something that is true about you. And I think on this show, you guys, Jackie does a lot of preaching and teaching to the women, and they don't really truly all, with the exception of maybe Quad, Heavenly, and Simone, I don't think the rest of the women really respect Jackie all like that, because they're just like, well, you always telling us what we need to do. Why you can't admit that you wrong? And, so I could kind of see some of that too. I see this situation. I see everybody's side, I should say, in the situation, but more or less, I'm more team Jackie. I don't feel like she was being malicious, about trying to take Buffy's pain and make it her purpose. She was just trying to simply relate to Buffy. I think just flat out telling somebody, they're infertile, that, it did come off rude, but hell, at the end of the day, Buffy, that's what it is. If you can't keep no kids, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be rude, but it is what it is. So I just feel, though, you guys, on this type of show, if you don't want people telling your business and shit like that, like Jackie could have asked her, but it wasn't a big deal in Jackie's mind to ask her, because they have already talked about it so much. So my thing is, if something is so private and you're so vulnerable about it, why even fucking bring it to the show? Maybe just talk to Simone about it, because that's really your homegirl. Why are you venturing off talking to these other women about something that is so close to your chest? Okay? Something that, I don't know, you just really affected by, because she was like really affected by, the whole infertility thing. And I just wonder, though, is Buffy ever going to get a surrogate? Shit, you got all this money. You claim everybody jealous of you. So get you a surrogate like the rest of these celebrities, and let's work on that, sis. Okay? Okay, so let's pick up right where we left off with the main storyline, which is the issues between Dr. Contessa and her husband, Scott. I feel like I understand where both is coming from. Like Contessa was saying, when a man wants to switch and change jobs, it's no big deal. It's automatic that the woman will support him and have his back. I did that for Scott, and I just feel like he doesn't do that for me. Okay, that's how she feels. That's valid. Okay, I can understand that, because y'all remember she did get up from the table and storm off. So I can kind of get with that. But Contessa, let me explain to you something with motherhood that you should know. And let me say this, you all. We all have to stop having 2 and 3 kids. Okay? I don't think a lot of people truly take into the fact of you have to truly sacrifice, especially when you are a mother. You have to sacrifice. There are things you may miss out on. There may be some things you can't do right now, all in the name of being there for your children. And as a mother, that's just what you're supposed to do. I've made those sacrifices with my daughter. I've been judged, criticized, dogged out. You should have did this. You should be doing. People love to tell you what you should do in your life. But with me, I keep it simple. My daughter comes first. I know I only get one time for her to be young. And then once she's grown, it's done. You know, a lot of things happen, you all. We talk about these shows all the time, but a lot of deep issues happen in your childhood when your parents are not around and not there to take into account how you feel about certain things. Contessa, you're messy. You are all over the place. Because on one year of this show, I need to spend more time with the kids. Then it was, well, you know, I'm working so much, so I'm going to cut back on working. Then you around the house, you got the little your breast situation handled. You got that. And then you was just like, well, I'm just here with the kids, but I feel like I don't have no purpose because I'm not at work and I'm not getting that many hours or whatever the case. Then you got this situation where you want to go back to school. Literally, Contessa, you are destroying your marriage because it seems like at the drop of a damn hat, there's something new you are constantly pursuing. When you are like that with the person that you are in relationship with, which is your husband, you're going to bring about chaos within your household because you don't know how to properly communicate things. You don't know, Contessa, how things are going to affect Scott. So what you should have did was hired help. Well, I was there every weekend. You know, he ain't bringing that into account, you know, that I was there every weekend and I may have been gone 4 or 5 days, but he never brought the kids to me. Why is he works a full-time job. Why is he bringing them damn kids to you? Why? That don't even make sense. You're the one choosing to be out of town. And then you sitting up here, well, it's a cheaper program. You got the money, bitch. You're on this show. You're a doctor. He's a doctor. What the fuck is the excuse? Everybody makes shit work all the time. So why you can't make shit work? Because, Contessa, you like to have a lot of excuses. You like to create a lot of unnecessary drama. And here we go again. I'm about to psychoanalyze, but we remember how she grew up with her mother and her father and, you know, them being sick, and she probably felt neglected and abandoned. You know, the father was out doing drugs. Okay, Contessa, you got the chance now to properly be there for your children. You don't have to neglect them. You as a woman have to make better choices. This is not on Scott. The part that's on Scott is you all are not communicating with each other, and he just feels like at the drop of a damn hat, you keep changing the directions you want to go in life, and you cannot do that. Figure out what you want. You want to go to school? Then you need to be getting a damn nanny for them kids. Because you should see that that's too much on your husband. Yes, those are his kids, but hell, everybody needs some type of help. Especially if you if he's a doctor working full time, that's a lot on him. You know, so get a damn nanny, stop being cheap, and talk to your husband. He is there to support you. And I don't feel at all, you guys, that Scott is a bad guy. He was talking to Heavenly and Damon. And that's why I respect Damon so much, because he was like, man, I got your back. I ain't nothing but a phone call away. You having issues with your wife, you could talk to me and my wife. It ain't no problem. So I love how helpful Damon and Heavenly was with Contessa and Scott's marriage, because they get it. They've already had those different transitions. But the difference between Heavenly and Contessa is Contessa knows that I am a mother first. Heavenly knows that. I'm a mother first. I'm a wife. That's first. And then I'm going to work out how I'm going to do this certain goal and do that. It's like it's planned out. It's mapped out. Contessa all over the fucking place. And that's why Scott don't take her seriously. That's why he resents her. She keeps saying, oh, well, I'm just not getting the support. And how much more support can he give you? And you the bitch that keep changing your mind. Make it make sense. Okay, decide what direction you going in today. And I'm pretty sure once we get to tomorrow, it'll be something else that's new. You know, these are issues, you all, she is having within herself. And a lot of times when we get in relationship with people, we like to blame them. But a relationship is going to be, even if you're with somebody, whether you're married or, you know, just dating somebody, the relationship will 80% be on you. the relationship that you have within yourself. And when you all over the place and can't figure out what you want to do, you're going to bring that energy into that relationship with another person. So she needs to become a big girl and own up to her shit. Okay, if she's ever going to rectify this situation with her husband. And I think she loves playing the victim and woe is me and running off. And, you know, everybody at the table kept trying to get Scott to see it her way and he should be more supportive. And, you know, it's go in one ear and out the next because he feels like, shit, I already been that for you, you know? So that's pretty much, you guys, all I have to say on this episode of Married to Medicine. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New. I will check you guys out later.